These unprecedented times of COVID-19, we've had to change a lot of the way we do things. Canada Day Parade is now going to be a virtual parade, and it's going to give us an excellent opportunity to have a virtual tour of Campbell River. Since 1947, the formation of the Rotary Club of Campbell River has been working tirelessly on projects to improve this city. Today, we have 175 Rotarians and interactors working together out of 3 clubs to make improvements and projects around Campbell River. Let's go on a journey.
So we're standing on a footbridge in Beaver Lodge lands, made by Rotary, that was completed in 1997. This beautiful forest in the heart of our city is home to 100 species of wildlife, and thousands of locals and visitors come here every year to basically immerse in nature.
It was in 1966 that Rotary did its first trail repair, and that was on Quinsam Trails. And they have also contributed to trails at Elk Falls and Ripple Rock, Paradise Meadows, the Bakey Island Bridge, and also the Raven Trails.
Oh, nice. We love that the trails are just in our backyard.
Yes.
So many of the Rotary projects help to make our community active and healthy.
We're standing here in front of the bold, bright pink Tidemark Theatre, a popular landmark in our beloved Campbell River. The history of the Tidemark and Rotary are intertwined.
They sure are. In 2007, Rotary contributed $50,000 towards a much-needed sound upgrade for the theater. And in 2011, the club hosted the first ever Rotary Honors Concert here at the Tidemark. That inaugural concert was a gift to the city, and it honored dedicated teachers and showcased award-winning students who went on to bring stellar performances far and wide. In fact, it was such a success that we've had that concert annually here at the Tidemark.
The Tidemark Theatre now attracts big-name performers to our fair city. In 2015, Rotary donated $25,000 for safety upgrades to the River City Players Theatre and a further $15,000 to the Maritime Heritage Centre for a full sound overhaul.
Truly, Janet and I love that through Rotary we can extend our passion for the arts, and through the dedication and generosity of Rotarians, we are so proud to support the artistic members of our Campbell River community, 2 of whom are here. We have Jackie Gordon, who was basically one of the founding members of the Tidemark Theatre, and Heather Gordon Murphy, stage manager extraordinaire. She was my stage manager at the Rotary Honors Concert all 11 years. And she's also on the board of River City Players.
Campbell River Discovery Pier is a great place to meet people. You can come down and talk to anybody that's fishing, what kind of lures they're using, and get to know them. It's just a great place, easiest place to meet people in Campbell River. It's also a spectacular setting. It gives us a good view of the currents and the great fish. It's a good thing.
Or just having ice cream.
I don't know how many, and you can have the best ice cream in town. So people are transformed when they come off the pier. They're more relaxed, they're had a good ice cream cone, and they just feel good. They feel happy that they live in Campbell River.
The Maritime Heritage Center is one of the true community projects, and it belongs to all of Campbell River. When this thing opened, we had people from all over the community that just came out and helped. Originally, the sewage treatment plant for Campbell River, in partnership with the city, Rotary built the Maritime Heritage Center, and within it is the BCP 45, a fishing seiner that used to sail these waters that's now a National Historic Site. So thank you, Campbell River, for all your help and support over the years.
This is the afternoon.
Okay. You know, everybody was so excited about it because it was something that got so much use, and everybody really could see the benefit of it. the value of it. And with all ages.
Yeah.
Because you have seniors swimming, you have, you know, toddlers swimming, you have all kinds of ages and getting lessons and training and it drew people from out of town to here too, because the swim meets were very, very popular here.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, we'd have as many as 400. We had a lot of very good swimmers because they had a place to go.
Yeah.
The pool was first built in 1957. And then after it went through a number of years and it needed some TLC. So between 2004 and 2006, it was renovated and huge construction efforts took place. Next door here is a Centennial Park playground. It was opened in 1998, an initiative of Rotary's. It makes memories. Contributing to these memories is so meaningful to me as a Rotarian.
Community gardens provide the opportunity for people with no yard to experience the joys of gardening, produce green, healthy, fresh food, and they provide a nice green space in what otherwise is waste properties in the city. This bed was built by myself a couple of years ago for use by handicapped people who couldn't get down low to the ground to do their gardening down there. It's been very successful. The Little Community Library program was started 2 years ago, and since that time we've put 26 of these libraries out around the community. They provide an opportunity for people to get reading material, share books that they've already read by putting them back in the library. They provide a meeting spot in the community and a chance to get to know your neighbors better. Since the COVID lockdown started, the activities in the libraries have picked up anywhere from double to quadruple. I've been a Rotarian for many, many years, first in Edmonton, and then after I moved to Campbell River. When I worked, I was an agrologist, and so gardening is close to my profession. I love doing it. Helping people never grows old.
We are standing here in front of the Carey Infant and Toddler Center, which is located on the grounds of Carey High Secondary School. This was a joint project between the Campbell River Rotary Club and School District 72. School District 72 provided the land and the Rotary Club funded the building. This facility was built in order that, excuse me, young mothers could drop their children off at the daycare center and then attend school. It has been successfully operating for over 25 years. As a retired educator, I know the value of education and I know how much it can change lives. As a Rotarian, I'm very proud of what Rotary has done with this facility and with the many other programs for children and youth in the city of Campbell.
2011. We sat here and said that this would probably be the place for it.
Yeah.
And it just sort of developed from there. After the design was all done, we still found out that we had no money other than what we were going to put in. I kind of figured it would all come together eventually. But yeah, TELUS came through and they gave us, I think it was $70,000. Said, pitter patter, let's get at her, and somehow or another it just worked. But that's the beauty with Rotary, is that you get one guy who has the idea, and for one person to do that would be a monumental task. But you get a group of 40, 50, 60 people who are also in the same frame of mind and say, let's get it done. And it was opened in May 2013, I believe it was. The bucket, yeah, that was the big thing. And then there was these other things, the hoses. Ian came up with the fire hoses. He wanted fire hoses. Thousands of people are going to use this thing for the next 20, 30 years. It's the right thing to do.
I think one of the things about Rotary that I most enjoy is their contribution to the community, renewing the community, making it a better community. And this viewing platform was one of the best examples that I've seen for a while, and it's replacing an old one that the community came to love. So a number of people put together the idea that this should be replaced. The city got behind it. People who donated piles, lumber, concrete, trucking. The community really got behind it. You can see in the background Mount Washington, the mountains, the Campbell River. This is called the Spit Viewing Platform, and this place is a place where people come for kayaking, canoeing, walking, flying kites, anything you can imagine. People are using the estuary. I think one of the things that I most enjoyed about working on this project was how the seniors, those who have seen the old platform, came up with stories about how they'd seen this, how their fathers, their grandfathers, what had happened in this community. And so they especially were pleased to see this being rebuilt.
The Seawalk first came up as a discussion point when we had a Rotary Club retreat over on Quadra Island in 1993. It wasn't unanimous, but you know, the good guys carried the day. Of course, we had to get support for the Rotary TV auction, because that's where a lot of the money came from. But we also had to apply for grants, and that was a big undertaking in itself.
I joined the club because anybody that could build something like the Seawalk, I wanted to be part of. If you come and experience it, it's going to stand out, right?
The whole undertaking here involved a lot of Rotarians, and of course a lot of grants and a lot of Campbell River people supporting the Rotary Club and their activities.
Well, it continues on, Ted. We've now extended that just now. They're finished the paving down past the ferry terminal, down onto our 13-acre parcel. And they're going to do a complete loop around, incorporating bike trails and walking trails of 24 kilometers around the entire city to use. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, teamwork.
You know, Ted, I've never told you this before, but thank you.
Oh, just buy me a beer.
Yeah.
I'm standing here at the Elk Falls Suspension Bridge viewing platform. Opened in 2014, it was thought by many to be a really big stretch in both capability and funding. However, in my 5 short years as a Rotarian, I've learned that very little is impossible. The energy that Rotarians can bring in partnership with other groups, like in this case, Parks and BC Hydro, can bring a big community benefit like this suspension bridge to our community. So sometimes I hear that people don't know what Rotary does in our community, and I guess that's probably because most Rotarians are kind of quiet achievers. It's not about the glory or the praise. It's just regular people with families and jobs just wanting to make a meaningful contribution in their community and elsewhere in the world.
One of the things that I think makes Rotary unique in its ability to do work and projects in the community is the notion of vocational service. Rotarians have professions, special skills, or are business owners, and they contribute those abilities, skills, or business benefits to the Rotary events and projects. So Rotarians give their abilities as well as their time. Not all projects are big like this one. There are plenty of smaller, regular activities of giving and doing, such as annual beach cleanups, broom bashing, pancake breakfasts, soap distribution, food support, fundraising, and even renovating historical buildings like Walter Morgan Shed. Rotary exists around the world. Rotarians exist around the world, and it's those partnerships with Rotarians in the faraway places, but with shared values and dreams, that can provide benefits to communities worldwide. The biggest and most integral part of what we do belongs to this community. Campbell River businesses and individuals keep giving and supporting our efforts. Thank you very much for your support, your funding, and for showing up when we need you.